So without further ado, it is time for my man Mr. Meat to do his thing. Oh yeah, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yeah, he's coming out to play. Take that. Get it out of here, man. Oh, I'm so ready. All right, new guy in the back, chill out, man. Settle down. Y'all hear him back there? He's in the back talking about, come on, JDL. All I had was one doggone question. But do they jam though?
Gotta leave the 9 to 5 up on the shelf and just enjoy yourself.
The new Sony WH-1000XM4. This is Sony's brand new top of the line flagship headphones. And we're going to discuss them a little bit. We're going to figure out if they're worth upgrading from the XM3s, if they're worth the purchase period, how's everything working so far, and I'm probably going to upset a few people. So without further ado, let's do it. All right, JD aliens, have a seat, man, settle down, and welcome back to the show. For those of y'all joining us for the first time, I want to address the new guy, girl, and let you know that this is not your typical tech channel. I don't go in all kinds of spec details and stuff that you can read on the box or the website. I don't regurgitate all the information that you've seen on other videos. What I do is talk about products based on my real life experience and stuff the average consumer is actually going to give a damn about. Now, with that being said, let's talk about these XM4s. So they actually capture the exact same design language as the XM3 right here. The only difference in my case is that I have a skin on my XM3, but they are the exact same headphones. And if you saw somebody with these on, or if you like picked them up off a desk, you would not be able to tell which one you have until you open up the, I think that's the left ear cup, and you'll see a sensor embedded in there. My ISO is a little dark, but there's a sensor right in there. You see that right there? There's a sensor. That is the only physical difference between the two. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and claim that. That's really the only physical difference between the two. So some people would say they got lazy on the design. I say if it's not broken, don't fix it. I mean, there is nothing wrong with this design right here. I actually really do like it. It's professional looking, especially, you know, for a $350 headphone. You want to be able to wear it and not look like an idiot out in public or on a plane or something like that. So once again, Sony, congrats on not being, you know, like trying to do too much and fix something that wasn't broken here. But that's about all I'm gonna give you as far as congratulations on fixing things that aren't broken. Now let's go a little bit further in the detail, man. I'll be honest with you, man, just to keep things short and sweet, they sound the exact same. So if you loved the experience you got as far as sound quality with the XM3s, you are going to absolutely love, to the same regard, the XM4s. To me, they sound the exact same with a couple of differences on the high end of the volume spectrum. So I noticed that when I turn my volume up full blast on the XM3s right here, the bass will wobble and get a little out of control a little bit. And it's not because of the drivers they have in there. It's because of the ANC mics. The bass is so strong in these that it really does interfere with the ANC mics. So that's something that Sony actually did improve with the XM4. So I'm going to go ahead and say it has a better bass response because it doesn't interfere with the ANC microphones in here and gives you, and you know, give you that little fluttery distortion almost at full volume. Once you take it down a click or so, these will sound exactly the same. I will fight anybody in the streets who tell me different, okay? Because they sound exactly the same. I don't care what kind of codecs you're using or not using. I don't even get into that stuff, man. I'm an average guy. If you put these headphones on in a blind test, you are going to think they sound exactly the same at the same volume. This is my Galaxy Note 20 right here, 20 Ultra, and this is the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. I have the XM3s currently connected to the Note 10 Plus and the XM4 connected to the Note 20. So what I did was I turned it up to the exact same volume and I had the exact same EQ settings. So let's look in here real quick. And also I played the exact same song from the exact same source. All right, so let's get into sound. Okay, so I have all the exact same settings EQ wise on both headsets. Oh, there it is. There's the EQ. So let's open this up, and we'll open this one up as well. And that way I can show you, because I've done this test about 5 times over just to make sure I wasn't, just messing with myself here. Let's get in here. My screen is a little bit darker on the Note 20, but you can see, man, these are the exact same settings. Actually, they were the exact same settings. Since I was personally listening to these, I had it changed. But on certain things, I like to click it up 2 notches. So let's just click it up 2 notches. Trust me on this. Exact same sound signature. The way they change is where I really get upset. This right here. Everything else about the apps are the same. Everything is the same except for the sound VPT is on the XM3. They have opted to fix something that wasn't broken on the XM4. They removed it. Now this can be fixed with a software update, provided Sony decides to please me in that way. But right now I'm really upset that this feature right here is missing. You can go into arena, club, outdoor stage. I usually hang around with the club and arena, and then I tweak my bass levels from there just to get it to sound like I want it to. But that is a key element right there. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But I just want to let people know that these sound exactly the same. Where these differ is in another department, and that's just, special features and stuff. So let me back you up a little bit. Turn up this ISO a little bit. That way you can see the headphones again. And we'll start talking about where they actually differ.
Groove, let the medicine, the music get to you.
So with the XM4s, you get a couple of smart features. One of my favorite ones that was missing from the XM3 is the smart detection. That sensor in the inside of the ear cup is going to tell you, or is going to let the headphones know whether they're on your ears or not. And it works extremely well. Even if you put them on top of your head, they will stop playing. And then when you put them on your ears, they'll start playing again. So that auto pause, auto play feature is awesome. And it is in the XM4 and it's not on the XM3. The next one that I really, really love, and I haven't even seen this before on headphones, it could be somewhere else, but I haven't experienced it before, is Speak to Chat. Speak to Chat is basically when you have these headphones on, they're listening to you. And when they detect that your jaw is moving and your voice is coming out of your mouth, they pause the music as well as turn on ambient sound and pump in the outdoor sound. That way, you can actually have a casual conversation without removing the headphones or going up to the ambient sound feature and holding your palm up to your ear. You can set it for like 15 seconds or more if you need to pump in the ambient sound and turn off the music. Yeah, that is probably, in my opinion, that's the actual best new feature on these headphones. Speak to Chat is clutch. I'm serious, man. You put them on, you're jamming your music, and you see somebody or something like that, and you're like, hey, man, what's up? As soon as you say hey, as soon as the word hey comes out of your mouth, music shuts off, ambient sound pumps in, you can have your casual conversation. Oh, that is so awesome to me.
Gotta leave the 9 to 5 up on the shelf and just enjoy yourself.
Now, a lot of people were very upset for years because the XM2 and XM3 were not able to connect to 2 devices at the same time. Well, they fixed that in here by throwing it in the XM4. So now you can connect up to 2 devices at the same time. However, you're going to lose LDAC. So the people that are, like really concerned about your codecs that you're using and that you're streaming on, you're going to lose LDAC if you're connected to 2 devices at the same time. You got to give and thou shalt taketh as they give. I guess that's just how Sony does it, man. But now we got to get into the real difference, the sound. Like I said, they sound exactly the same outside of the better bass response at high volume. With the XM4 due to the ANC mics. I would assume that they could adjust that in here too, so they would sound exactly the same. But with casual listening, they sound exactly the same even at low volume until you use Sound VPT. Now, some people hate that feature. They never use it. They say it makes the music sound horrible. But I cannot be the only one who really appreciated that feature. I did this test with my wife. I gave her the XM4. Okay, I played a song. I played the exact same song, exact same settings on the XM3. She told me that they sounded exactly the same. And then I went ahead and played the exact same song with the exact same EQ on here. And then I turned on Sound VPT. And then I took the bass down 2 notches. She told me that the old ones, the XM3 sounded so much better because it sounded like she was in the room with the music. whether it was in the house listening to, like a stereo, or even at the club or the concert. It really brought the music to life. And I've been trying to tell people about this for a long time. That is the killer feature of this. A lot of people will say, hey man, just download XYZ app. First of all, I don't want to be downloading a truckload of apps on my phone. I already have the Sony app. I don't trust every app. Second of all, how many of you have downloaded an app or gone into your phone's EQ and on normal flat, it sounds perfectly fine. Lots of volume and everything else. As soon as you toggle one of those little knobs up or down, it diminishes the sound quality and it takes the max volume down. A lot of these EQs that you download on your phone, they will screw with the volume limiters on your phone. And yeah, another, guru will say, well, go into your developer options in XYZ. Come on, man. They're not making these headphones for like audio files. Who do you see wearing these headphones? You see a bunch of, people at the airport wearing these headphones. You see a bunch of, yes, they are 350. So, you don't see a bunch of broke people wearing them, but they don't make these for audio files, man. They make these for people with a little bit of disposable income who really like great music and want noise canceling. And they want the newest, greatest thing out there, right? So ain't nobody going into the developer options to do all that craziness, man. I just want to press play and get my jam on. So back to the Sound BPT. It sounds like you're in the room, whether it's a concert, a club setting, or even in your house listening to some stereo speakers. That's what that brings to life in here. But it doesn't sound good on every type of music. You do not use that when you're listening to hip hop. You don't use it when you're listening to, I would say, pop music. What I like to use that for is when I'm listening to maybe some country music, because I like the instrumentation in country. Yes, I listen to country. Love me some George Strait. Oh, and Kenny Chesney, my dude rocks. But you listen to it when you're listening to some jazz, whether it be like big band jazz or smooth jazz. I like smooth jazz. I listen to it when I listen to my old school soul, my Otis Redding, my Curtis Mayfield, Bobby Blue Bland, all the old school stuff, right? Classic rock. Oh man, classic rock sounds so good in here, man. You ain't heard music until you turn on Sound BPT and then throw on some Fleetwood Mac. This sounds amazing. And they took it out of the XM3 or XM4. I don't understand why they would do that. I can't be the only one who thoroughly enjoyed that feature. That is the killer feature of these headphones. Even though these come with a lot more technology and fancy features that you will use and appreciate, you cannot get past the sound of the Sound BPT. If you have the XM3s, man, play around with it, man, just a little bit and appreciate it. So is it worth upgrading from the XM3 to the XM4? That's a hard question, man. Do you want to sacrifice the Sound BPT? If you don't use it, then yes, it's worth upgrading because you get those extra features. That's going to be awesome. But if you actually use Sound BPT, this is what I'm doing, man. I have both, right? Obviously, I'm going to go ahead and keep these because I was going to sell them as soon as these walked in the door and I finished this video. I was going to put them up on eBay, but I'm keeping these. And these are going to be my wife's new headphones because she deserves a good set of ANC headphones. She was actually using the Edifier WB-160 or whatever. Great headphones. They're just not Sony, the Sony XM3. So she's going to get these. Now, should they later on provide an update to the XM4 pushing in the Sound BPT, I'm just going to have to be that shady guy and I'm going to take the skin off of my XM3s and I'm going to swap it out with my wife. She won't never know the difference, man. That way I can have the better headphones and she'll have these. But these are fantastic headphones. So right now, man, if you want that Sound BPT, it is not worth the upgrade. That's why I'm holding on to my XM3 right now and my wife is getting the XM4. Like I said, I know it's a software thing and they can do it. You could do it, Sony. If you're listening, man, I ain't the only one who really enjoyed that Sound BPT. You did a great job on these headphones. You did not fix what was not broken. They look fantastic. I don't really care about all the codecs and stuff. I honestly believe that if you poll 100 people who own these headphones, they don't care about all those codecs and stuff like the LDAC and the AAC Extreme or DSS Extreme. They don't care about that stuff. They really just want great noise canceling, the best noise canceling, and they want to press play and get their jam on.
Let the madness in the music get to you?
Because that's what these are all about, man. They do jam hard, and I love the headphones. It's just that they're missing my favorite feature of the headphones. So Sony, go ahead and fix that, man. That way I don't have to do nothing shady with my wife's headphones. Either way, I'm no expert in this kind of stuff, but what I do know is life is short, man. So if you ain't getting your jam on, you doing it wrong. I appreciate every last one of y'all for tuning in and hanging out with me. So give me some emoji hands up in the comments section. Y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you. Oh, so you wanted them cats that like to just run up in a place, take what you want, then leave, huh? Man, you better hit that subscribe and notification button. That way you know when I'm over here opening up new stuff. And while you're down there, you might want to consider tapping that join button and becoming a member, because membership has its perks. See, that wasn't so bad. All right, man, I appreciate you, and I'll see you at the next one.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?